it's really important that access is increased. So one of the things that kind of goes beyond Homebridge, our interest is to make sure that the Medi-Cal population is really well served. And so what that means is we need to take a look at that share of cost piece. And that's the legislation that we're actually very supportive of. And we're working very closely with various stakeholders to make that happen. So that definitely jumped out at me this morning. The second piece is just the personal story of the people that are impacted. That to me is ultimately our North Star, right? Is our customers, our clients, and really hearing that story in terms of there's still so much of the population out there that's not taken care of in terms of having good home care in their homes. And so for us, that's always going to be the driving force of what we're going to do. And then the last piece, just in terms of making the linkage from Homebridge back to the folks that are here at the NPA, or rather that are here for the NPA conference, is that we are working both in terms of San Francisco and engaging much closer with organizations that are looking to how to implement NPA much more effectively. We're also going to be working closer also the California state level as well through the Department of Aging and making sure that we integrate both at the state level as well as at the local level. Homebridge has been involved with the Master Plan for Aging, primarily through the Career Pathways program. So Career Pathways was launched over 2 years ago, and it's a statewide program, really taking a look at training caregivers. And so we have been training caregivers across all 58 counties in California. And we're very proud in terms of the output and the outcome of it. In total, we've actually trained over 75,000 caregivers. And training, as you know, is super important in terms of providing really great direct care. So it's part and parcel. It's really instrumental in terms of our strategy at Homebridge in particular. So I would say that, almost 40 years ago, Homebridge started in terms of providing direct care, and we're part of the IHSS program. So what that means is we actually take care of the most vulnerable in San Francisco. And so it's people that are Medi-Cal, low income, as well as people that are both older adults as well as adults with disabilities. And so I often say that Homebridge, we take care of the most vulnerable, and we want to, because that's our mission, that's what we want to do. And as part of taking really good care of the most vulnerable population, training and making sure, right, that our caregivers have the right skill set is super important. So our mission, or our vision rather, in terms of caregiving is it's got to be integrated with direct care, the training piece of it. So training and direct care have to be going hand in hand in terms of what we provide. Although our work is primarily in San Francisco, as I mentioned earlier, Career Pathways, actually the scope of that is across California, so all 58 counties. So what we'd like to see is obviously this kind of training, this kind of capabilities development really be the central focus of what we do across the state. It's important that that capabilities piece, that training piece is done so that all the caregivers right across California actually are armed with the right skill sets in order to serve our most vulnerable population, both older adults as well as adults with disabilities.